Common Coffee presents A Bed of Roasters with your host, Kirsteen McKenzie. Common Coffee.
Welcome back to the Bed of Roasters podcast with Common Coffee. I'm your host, Kirsteen McKenzie, and it's the podcast where we get cozy, caffeinated, and if I'm quite honest, a little bit chaotic. We've upped the stakes this episode with not one but two guests, double trouble. On my left is Kat McIver. She's in sales and marketing at Common Coffee. Hello. And then over here we have Mr. Daryl Green, who's the general manager of the cafe just below us here at the Eden, Edinburgh. It's called Mayvn.
That's right.
Welcome.
Thank you very much.
How long have you been there for?
Actually since day one. So we are 2 months and a wee bit old now. We are 9th of December 2022, if my maths is right, which probably isn't. But yeah, since day one.
Okay, and you've just come back from New Zealand, so we'll let you off for a little bit of like miscalculations with your numbers. And Kat, well, how long have you been with Common for?
I've been with Common for 7 months, so joined in July just past. Very exciting.
Last episode I was not complaining but just commenting on the fact that since I've been in Edinburgh I've heard such a mix of accents. I can't quite place yours.
Take a guess.
I mean, sounds a little bit Irish if I'm honest.
Yeah. We're gonna go with Derry. We've got your very own Derry girl in bed with you today.
Oh, now I hear it. There it is.
There you go.
You're there in bed. I can't. I'm not even letting me go. And then, where are you from?
I'm from here actually. I'm from Edinburgh. Yeah. I just moved back actually not long before I started working here. But I'd lived elsewhere for a while. But good to be back.
Yeah, okay, nice. Well, I'm from New Zealand. That's how I know Jason. That's my connection to Common Coffee. Your boss, I guess. Is he your boss too? How does that work?
Yeah.
He's everyone's boss.
Yeah, that's right though.
Don't worry, I gave him a good roasting in the first episode, which brings me to the reason why we're here is to really roast each other, okay? But also have a cup of coffee and get to know each other a little bit. On my right here, you'll see the scoreboard we have created. So the colors represent the roasting of your average coffee bean, but also our roastings of each other. So for example, down the bottom there with the sleepy logo, that's the decaffeinated logo from Common, as you'll recognize. Kat, that's you actually.
It's me.
I was told maybe you prefer a decaf or you like a decaf.
To be fair, our decaf is like Christmas in a cup. So
Oh,
there we go.
And then me, I'm the complex one. Well, guilty as charged. Up there, we've just got you logged in as the logo of Common Coffee, Daryl.
Yeah, so much time's gone into that.
So if, for example, we'll get to the roasting part later on. If, for example, Kat, you did an amazing roast on Daryl, then we would move him up the chart into the yellow zone. You know, he's getting gradually roasted. As we progress, you'll see that we get closer and closer towards the brown. So now you know everything there is to know about the board, and hopefully you don't get too roasted, because the aim is to find the roasty with the mosty throughout this season. And on my left, or your left, also Kat, is the trophy. Would you like to model that for us? Show the camera. This is the roasty with the mosty trophy. So you could be taking this home, or you could be taking this home. You get a trophy. You get a trophy. You get a trophy. No, only one person does. Okay, that's why we're in competition. And as we sit here in the bed, you know, multicultured, really cozy. Are we in an open relationship now? Is that what this is?
I don't think so.
I just had to check, because, you know, it's a big international city. I'm living in a small town. We've got to set our boundaries. Speaking of boundaries, it's time to invite my ex-boyfriend back into the room. He's Jason Harvey.
Hey team, so for today's episode, we've got 3 people in the bed. We're going to serve our instant coffee. We released this about 8 or 9 months ago at London Coffee Festival in 2024. It's a specialty grade instant coffee made with a natural Brazil, sourced through Ally Coffee Works core coffee program. These little boxes come with 5 sachets inside, just like this guy. 1 serve per sachet, 3 grams. Rip it open, put it in your mug, pour in some water. These things are perfect if you're working in the outdoors, traveling a bunch, going hiking, or if you're looking to elevate your in-room coffee offering for hotels. So yeah, hopefully you enjoy it, and hopefully they enjoy it also.
Who will be this season's Roasty with the Mosty? Common Coffee.
Rightio. So we're going to have some instant coffee today. So I've got some camping cups for you all.
All right.
Yeah.
Instant coffee,
Who wants
instant
this?
connection.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like to see how much
No, no.
coffee I've got.
All right.
I'll take that one.
Keep up. Here we go.
The instant. Okay, do we have to make it ourselves live on camera?
No, I kind of have.
I'll take
There we
the.
go. Here's
Thank you,
first.
Kat.
I'm off.
Actually,
I'll leave you to it.
There she is.
Have a good one.
Right, a little bit there. Yeah, that's a grand job. Right.
Thanks, Kat. I mean, it's been a long few days, and I just don't think I can pour my own coffee. What does that say about me?
As well.
I mean, that's why people come to see you, isn't it,
Tell
Daryl?
me about it.
There we go.
Thanks so much, mate. Cool.
Grand job.
Thank you.
And this is the packet. So that's the instant coffee, and I'm told that you have it also at your cafe.
Yeah, we do. We've got in the retail shelves, so we've got the little boxes, but also we've got the little jars.
Jason told me though, apparently, and maybe Kat, this is more of a question for you because you're working in sales and marketing. Somebody in marketing said that the packaging was very similar to condom box.
Mm.
What do we have to say about that? Is this a good thing, maybe?
I mean, eye catching. If that's why people are gonna buy it, then there'll be plenty.
You wouldn't want to
surprise after.
confuse the two though. Like,
No, definitely
Very
not.
true.
imagine you get back to the Eden.
Yeah, a bit of a burning
Yeah,
hazard.
with your two guests in bed, and you open up the
Open
box, and you've just got coffee to drink. Actually, it'll probably be quite nice. Maybe slow things down.
Yeah, well, until the caffeine hits.
Yeah. Again, a bonus. So we'll leave that with you. Why don't you put it in the trophy, and then whoever wins the trophy can also win the box. The first round of roasting is about the morning routine.
Cool.
Okay. So, of course, as I said, what's important about this podcast is also getting to know each other. So before you guys jump into the roasting, let's just discuss briefly our morning routines. So, Daryl, how's your morning looking like?
It's pretty quick, to be honest. I'm not amazing at like giving myself time to have breakfast and stuff. So I'm a bit of a up, get in the shower, get clothes, go. But clothes are ready to go for the night before.
So
I got can't be faffing about or picking stuff in the morning. It's there, it's good.
do you have the clothes chair then?
And to be honest, sometimes it's in the living room. Because if I'm up first,
Okay.
I'll get out of the bedroom, go get dressed.
Oh, that's quite a bit spooky when you wake up in the middle of the night to pee, and then you look over and there's like the little man on the chair.
Exactly. That's why you got to keep it out.
Yeah, exactly. And what about you, Kat? What's your morning look like?
Mine's a bit more structured, I think. Similar actually. Get all my stuff ready the night before, got a good system in place, and then off to the gym. And I am a sucker for a good political podcast, have to say.
Okay.
Start my day with Rest of Politics, USA.
Nice.
Gotta love that, yeah.
Okay. I actually did hear you went to the USA for a politics tour,
Sure.
a sightseeing but political. Tell me about that.
Sure did. Went with my mum, and was hoping to kind of catch a few faces, give my suggestions into Donald, see what what's coming up and all that. But yeah,
Yeah, fair. Okay. Politics in the morning. I don't know if I could do that. I usually put on some music myself. I have two daughters, and I have a record player. I'm not quite brave enough to let them put the record on because they are quite delicate, But I bought Olivia Rodrigo on vinyl, and we just listen to the same one over and over again because children, they don't really like new songs. Have you ever noticed that? Just the same ones, and they're good.
It's the baby shark syndrome.
Yeah.
Baby Shark.
Yeah.
I listen to that all day long.
Yeah, banger.
I've also been to America when I went with Jason's whole family.
Wow.
Yeah, right after we first got together, we went on a tour all around California, pretty much. Have you been?
Yeah.
I used to live in California, actually.
You did?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah. This is the Mr. I've been everywhere, man. Where else have you lived?
I lived in the Bay Area. I've lived in...
What does that mean? Atlanta?
No, so the San Francisco Bay Area.
Oh, right.
To be honest, I thought it was a bit weird as well when I first went over it, but that's what they call it.
Okay.
So it's not on the peninsula, it's the bit around it.
All right.
So I lived there. I've lived obviously in Edinburgh, London, Auckland, New Zealand, Melbourne,
Oh.
So few we.
And all around these places in the industry of coffee or
No,
hospitality?
Actually, sort of none. The States was when I was studying.
Do you have trouble settling down, Daryl?
No, actually, it was a job that took me. So it was more like, got to chase the money. Yeah, it was a job that took me to New Zealand and Australia.
Jason told me that you were an actor.
Yeah. Well, it was a job that took me to New Zealand and Australia.
Okay. And what were you doing down there, like a film or a teleseries?
No, it was theatre. It was they built a full-scale replica of Shakespeare's Globe
Okay.
in both Australia and New Zealand. And
I actually
Australia.
think I saw that.
No,
And which Shakespearean repertoire did they or you do?
Othello and Much Ado About Nothing. Much Ado was really special over there because it had a real like Pacifica feel to it. So there was like a real connection to the place that it was being done in, which felt pretty nice.
And I'm sure you noticed in New Zealand the love of coffee.
Yeah. Oh yeah, of course. All press.
What about you, Kat? You said you've been at Common for 7 months.
Yes.
Before that, were you in a different industry?
I was. I worked in marketing for an agency, but I've been in Edinburgh for 6 years or so. Yeah. I actually moved over. My parents were visiting my brother in Australia, and I made the decision to move when they were away.
Okay.
So packed up and came over. Kind of got the phone call, like, make sure there's bread and milk. We want to come back on the way back from the airport. I want to get like some tea and toast when we come back. And I was like, pick it up on your way home. I'm in Edinburgh, so I've got like family. My brother lives here as well. So.
Oh, okay. How you have a big family then? Because one in Australia and then another one here.
And another in Barcelona.
Oh, wow. And you're the only girl?
I am indeed.
Okay. And your mum, maybe she wanted to like dress you up, like you're the only girl, princess, fairy, all that.
All her might.
Didn't work.
Tried. Absolutely not. I grew up 3 older brothers. I grew up pretty much tomboy, so
yeah,
football like through and through. Yeah, just not.
Judging from your outfit, I was gonna guess that could have been the case. It's like that's what it is. 3 older brothers. How could you resist?
Exactly.
You guys are like halfway to a 6-a-side. Okay, let's jump into the roast. I've given you some cue cards here. And we did send out a few questionnaires before you met to sort of get to know each other slightly off cam. Why don't you start to go ahead roasting each other? I've numbered them. Kat, you've got number 1. Let's hear it.
Let's go. So, I hear, Daryl, that you practice wake and break. Wake up, knock on the morning hip hop. Only your partner wishes what you'd really break is the habit of your hoarding.
Oh my
Jumped
God,
in the flat.
I'm terrible for not chucking stuff out because, listen, we can sort of guise it as being, sustainability. But really, it's like if I crack a plate, I'm keeping it because, like, you can glue that back together and that's going to be fine. I think that's fine. Like, no,
we're not.
You're actually giving me the
I do not want to come to yours for any sort of like dinner party.
Oh yeah, I'm not giving you a bag of soup. No. Kat wakes up to so much news, she's already stressed to impress by 9.
Although I have to say, waking up in here and like some of the jokes that Donald cracks, like, gets you like a good laugh.
Yeah.
For all of his faulties.
It's even the way he says things.
And see his little dances. I need to put this down. Actually, put it down on our common
very nice.
The coasters from
coaster.
Jason's parents.
Yes.
Thank you.
But yeah, his little like dances. He's great. That's what I would do in the gym.
Yeah.
Dance along.
Like, for the record, we're absolutely not advocating.
Absolutely not. Daryl, you can make up stupid songs with made up words, replacing every 2 to 3 of the actual lyrics with your morning showers. So your morning showers are like a 2-year-old take on the Kendrick and Drake beef.
10 out of 10, completely true. Yeah. There's no point in hiding that. I love making up songs.
Did you do it in the cafe as well?
Oh, 100%. I don't know. Guilty.
Yeah. Keeps you in a good mood.
Yeah, it does.
It's good for team morale.
Definitely, of course it does.
Yeah.
Of course.
What, can you do one now?
No.
Damn.
Kat is so fond of peanut butter, she considers a peanut allergy a relationship red flag.
Damn right. Damn right. First question is like, have you got a peanut allergy? Because I'm not giving that up.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
Okay, go ahead then. That's very American of you, by the way.
Is it?
I feel like
I mean, I'm really kind of channeling my like love for all things American, which is born Irish, meant to be American.
Yeah, actually, in Kat's questionnaire, one of her childhood dreams was to become the president of the United States.
We know how much you don't have breakfast.
Yep.
At least I have breakfast.
Mhm.
Your mornings have less substance than your lattes. In fact, I hear at Mayvn, they call your weak lattes the Zidane because the head is so violent it needs a red card.
What is anything to that?
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that's, probably fair. Amazing player, though.
How are we feeling in terms of the roasting? Who feels more roasted out
I
of
think
you
Kat's
two?
absolutely winning, but also I'm willing to take
Yeah.
ownership of all my vlogs.
So we're going to go and take it to the leaderboard now. Welcome back, Jason, to score us.
Who will be this season's Roasty with the Mosty? Common coffee.
Oh, we're going to move a couple of these into the yellow.
Okay.
Yeah.
To be,
There's at
yeah.
least 3 roasts there, right?
Also, to be fair, I'm not necessarily being roasted in this episode because I'm just a facilitator in the middle. But if you feel that some roasts were slipped in, you can also move mine, Jace.
Well, we'll move Kat's first.
Okay.
I think you scored at least one solid one on here. Okay.
Yeah.
So we're still in the green.
Next part of the podcast is the dinner party. And actually, Kat even referenced it all on her own. Dinner parties. So now we're going to dive into them as a threesome. And let's, before we do that, well, you've mentioned peanuts is one of your faves, and you also love pho. And what's your favorite dish then?
Favorite dish?
If I'm coming round to either of your houses,
cool.
what are we going to digest?
I think that's quite different to what we're going to eat out. But I mean, coming around to the house, I love making pasta in the house.
Yeah, fresh
pasta
pasta.
on the
We got
house.
the windy boy.
I carried away, but I'm like a mean puttanesca.
And at your house, do you make your own pho? Is this an exclusive, like out to eat type of thing?
No, this is a like we're going to order it and then I'm going to like put it in the dish before you arrive.
Okay.
Taking photos. Yeah.
Yeah, classic.
That's what I'm doing.
Nice one. Okay, so I mean, you've roasted yourself. You started off the roasts with a self roasting there, admitting.
Daryl needs the help.
Yeah.
I know, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, you're just serving it right back. You should be the host next season.
So Daryl, your wedding menu sounding cheesier than your punny songs. Planning on serving macaroni and cheese at your wedding, I hear.
Absolutely not. Macaroni pies, maybe.
Macaroni
But
pie, sorry.
that's a different
But
situation.
the real question is the guest going to get a discount code at a gym to help that?
Listen, it should be a write-off. Like I don't like we can have cheat days. Macaroni pies as late food are like class. Like when it's like 10 p.m. everybody's a bit steaming, they're rolling something out, bit of fish and chips or something like that. Macaroni pies, like.
Is this an Edinburgh thing? I've never heard of that.
It's just.
I'm not from Edinburgh.
I don't think it's an Edinburgh specific thing. It's definitely a Scottish thing. But I mean, like, cheese, pastry.
Pasta also.
Listen, you're nodding. That's
The camera crew who are Scottish in the background salivating.
Loving it. Yeah. No. Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
I think that.
So carbs on carbs, but they've got to burn it out on the dance floor. No gymnasts.
Floor.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Then it's your turn
Oh
now.
yeah, of course. Kat's dinner parties get so political, she has you fill in electrical forms at the door, but she's also from Northern Ireland, so it's first past the pissed.
Sorry, where? Where am I from?
So that is, I'm reading the card. Otherwise, I would have said Ireland.
Electoral, not electrical.
No, fair enough.
Okay, Sparky, did that land? Do you feel roasted? No, because we've...
Getting a bit hot onto the collar.
All right.
When people call your dinners the bench, Mark, they're referring to the physical tally of times they'd rather sit this one out.
Oh, savage.
That's it.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm all right.
Yeah. Wait, what did you call your pasta though? Anything minestrone? Yeah.
That's a
Oh,
soup.
yeah.
I hate that.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No good.
Yeah, no.
Actually, we're on soup. I'm just going to plug Tesco 3-bean soup. Top notch.
I think that, I mean, I don't know if it's Tesco, but that Yorkshire, you seen that like Yorkshire soup that they do in like supermarkets? Unbelievable. We're getting nods behind the scenes, man. There's like a chicken on it. It's absolutely astonishing.
We're getting shoulder shrugs.
Not like pushing corporate brand soups, but
Your next podcast will do soup in bed instead of coffee.
yeah. Good.
Yeah. That would be messy.
That's chaos.
With the white sheets as well. I flew Korean Airlines last time I came back from New Zealand, and that was dangerous for the outfit. I was wearing a white shirt. It didn't work out. Stain didn't come out.
Goju Yang.
Yeah.
Well. Back to the American politics.
Naturally.
Kat, growing up, you wanted to be an American correspondent. But if you could get your ingredients to correspond on the plate, that'd be 50-star start.
Yeah.
What like attacking on the cooking going on here?
I mean, it's low-hanging fruit, isn't it? It's like, or low-hanging food in this instance. But...
Listen, if you're not getting on that roasting board for that...
Go ahead. Next one, that's up to you, Kat. Save me.
Yeah, I know that Sunshine on Leith is your funeral song.
Yep.
I'm going to start playing that at your dinner parties.
Lovely.
Because they're dead boring.
Well, it's an anthemic classic, so everyone will love it.
Yeah. Time to go to the scoreboard to see who feels the most roasted. And Jason, who is a total neutral territory, Swiss Jace, come over here. Yeah, because you're gonna help us decide who got the most roasted.
Who will be this season's Roasty with the Mosty? Common coffee.
Well, let's start with me. Did I get roasted that round a little bit?
100%. Low-hanging fruit.
Yeah, so.
One differently then.
Yeah.
We're on a different line now.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about you then, Kat? Do you feel like you landed a few in against Daryl here? How roasted was he?
I'd say there's a little, yeah, for sure.
Not as much as last round.
No, but he needed to catch up, so.
Yeah.
I think she's doing amazingly well. She's very quick-witted. It must be all these podcasts.
Yeah.
You know, they have a word for it in France. It's like if you have this, they call it the chatch. It's like chat with a CH on the end, the chatch. And if you have it, it means you're someone that can talk about anything for however long. I think you might have the chatch.
I probably do. I love a good waffle.
Yeah.
I just waffle away.
Yeah, a bit less chatchy. I think you need to be a bit more prepared. I think you've got the actor's background. You'd like to have a script. You'd probably prefer if it weren't mine. But, we got there in the end. Pretty much that is the game show part of our chat over. I've got nothing left. Literally, this is the next card is just the word surprise category football.
Cool.
Who are your respective teams?
Spurs, Tottenham Hotspur, Heartbreak.
My team's Hibs, who are in Edinburgh.
Tell me though, America, you're into the politics there, but do you also follow the football there? No, it's a little bit.
I think you mean soccer.
Sorry, the soccer. What about French football? Because I live in France now. Yeah, I didn't actually mention that, but I live in the French Alps. So my closest team is Lyon.
Yeah, cool.
And
Nice team.
so I think, you're watching women's football too?
Yeah.
No, you're watching it all.
He's cultured.
He's a cultured man.
Yeah.
You know what? I did actually read that your girlfriend wrote that you're a real advocate for women.
That's incredibly kind.
Well, he's in bed with two of them, so.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, so I'm not super clued in about football, men's or women's. But in your own personal stories, how did it come to be? It's quite obvious you've got 3 brothers that came to be in your life. But for Daryl, how did football come to be a big part of your life?
Yeah, I don't know. It's just something I've always been brought up with. To this day, it's still the way that like I sort of connect a lot with my family. It's how I see them regularly a lot. So I guess it's it's as much about the day as a whole rather than the games in isolation.
And so actually, it was quite presumptuous of me to assume that your brothers were into football, but were they?
They were. Yes,
Yeah, okay.
They were indeed. Yeah, it actually didn't come from my brothers. That was my granddad.
Okay.
He loved watching Spurs and the passing football, and that just kind of came down. Then my dad, his brother, and then it just slowly transcended into like my 3 brothers and then myself. So I pretty much came out with a Spurs top on when I was born. But yeah, heartbreak the whole way. It's like a bad relationship that you can never leave.
And excuse my ignorance, but Heartbreak, is that like your guys' song or your little
No, that's
mascot? What does
just-
that mean?
That is just Spurs through and through.
Oh, you mean they always
They will
lose?
break your heart
Oh, I see, yeah.
every season. So much potential. This is it, and then it's just
Oh, okay.
yeah.
So we move straight on to the gossip category. Do you have any gossip for us?
Gossip on.
On like the females in your family, maybe?
Feels like gossip's a bit of an unhealthy.
Yeah, well, that's the name of the segment.
Yeah, true. On the females in my family, no. I mean, like, I can't start gossiping about females in my family when you've just said I'm an advocate for women. So I will not be.
Kia ora. That's good. Fair. But we can gossip about a certain enigmatic character who we have mentioned in the beginning of the podcast. And Kat, I'm going to ask you about Donald Trump. You
Oh,
think,
well.
yeah, you've listened to him a lot on podcasts. You've done his little dance. Did you think he'd win his second term?
Did I think he'd win the second term? I mean, did I think he'd win? Like, I did think he'd win. Did I want him to? Absolutely not. But I have to say, whenever Joe stepped down, albeit very late, I was like absolutely Team Kamala through and through. I don't know, I just like really, really got into that, like, team female spirit.
All right, so I still haven't managed to finish my coffee. Do you guys have any left?
I've got a smidge left.
A smidge, that's a Scottish word. I also know another Scottish word my grandma taught me. I forgot to tell you, my grandma was born not far from Edinburgh. I'm actually half Scottish. I'm a Mackenzie. I'm Kirsteen Agnes Mackenzie. But the only thing I can say with my accent is my name. I used to say Smorok. All right. Can you burn me up a bit there, Jace? He slipped one in right at the end.
There we go.
Keep it going.
You've burnt yourself there.
Yeah.
Oh.
I also really wanted to say co-smoke. How about that one? Is it better?
Q-smell.
Yeah.
Okay.
But this, it's been a really nice trip to Edinburgh, and I've done a lot of people watching, especially on the tram. You guys working both in coffee, especially yourself, Daryl, in the cafe. Do you find yourself doing a little bit of people watching, trying to peg, like when people are sitting at tables, are they a couple? Is that his girlfriend? Is that his daughter? I don't know. How's the gossip in the cafe?
Yeah, I mean, like, I think, there's times that there's a lot of, is it a date or not? There's been a couple that's like, is that a business meeting or are they like having a go?
Or is that a
at each
business
other?
meeting?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Down to business. But yeah, I mean, it's you get a lot of characters in, which is pretty good.
Who will be this season's Roasty with the Mosty? Common Coffee.
It's time now to look back at the leaderboard, the Roasty with the Mosty scoreboard. Jace, come over here.
One time. Right.
Any more roasts that we need to sneak in?
Yeah, well, Daryl landed one on you for sure. Just then, but he has to go forward in order to allow for you to come forward.
All right. Thanks, Jace. On the Roasty with the Mosty scoreboard, 3 in the bed is quite a tight squeeze, and we've had a fun time. We've got quite a few roasts in, more than any other episode so far, the most roasts. Somehow you, Daryl, have managed to be the most roasted.
So is that not
Maybe-
logistical?
Yeah.
Jason pushing me forward just to get you in there.
Yeah, we did it.
I feel like that's a bit contentious.
Yeah, maybe.
Or-
So who is it the most roasted, me or you?
I think we're on a par.
Oh, okay, we're the
about that?
same. And then over here we have Kat. So she's really managed to do well in most of the episodes. We've been in this yellow area, and there's maybe going to be a booby prize for you, Daryl,
Fine deal.
for this effort. And we thank you so much for joining us on the show, The Bed of Roasters. Did you have fun?
Yeah.
Indeed, yeah.
Yeah.
Good fun, yeah.
I guess you'll have to go back to work now downstairs. It's not quite as fun as being in bed, is it?
No. Well, actually, I'm done about now. Thank you.
It's an easy shift.
Yeah, exactly.
meet you back in bed for another episode of A Bed of Roasters. Available now and filter free on all top streaming platforms. Common Coffee.